What's good, family? It's your boy Jay from Growing with Jay. Out here about to work on this leaf mold compartment. We're gonna see if we can get this done. I'm gonna try to run through this real quick with you. Let me flip you're working with. I got my bags of leaves here. If you follow my channel, you know I get these from my neighbor. Most of them are pretty shredded, pretty good. He runs them over with his lawnmower and bag them up for me. I go down and get them. So what I got here is I got some 4-foot post, T-post. I probably should have got 5-footers, but got these 4-footers and I drove them down in the ground with my little mallet. About a foot in the ground. And I got me some welded wire, 4 foot by 50 foot. I spaced these out roughly 14 feet. Excuse me, roughly 4 foot apart. So it's 4 by 4 by 4 tall. Let you see, I cleared me out a little space here in the tree line. And back this up so you can see what's going on here. So let me get started with this, family, and I'll bring you back, give you a little more detail. I'm gonna walk you through it as I go. Continue on with the process. What I did was I just took the ends, folded over a little bit here at the end. Show you this. Wrapped it around this pole. This is why I said I should have got a 5-footer, because you see it's sticking up a little bit from the top of the T-post with the 4-foot T-post and the 4-foot fencing. When you're driving in the ground, you lose some of that 4-foot piece. But not that serious. I'm just gonna store some leaves in it, maybe some compost, who knows. But I wrapped it around, hit it with a couple of wire ties and a couple of spots. And then I started rolling the fencing around. Let me back up so you can see that. I'm rolling the fencing around, and I'm gonna wire tie to each T-post as I go. And I'm just doing 3 wire ties right now. If I need to, I can do more. I'm gonna finish rolling this around, and then we'll get back at it. Okay, family, I had to back it up a little bit so you can get an idea. But I got my container here, 4 foot by 4 foot. So what I'll do is I'll take some of those branches that I cut out, cut them up a little bit more, drop them in the bottom. I'm gonna cut this back here. And what I did was, the reason that I wire tie these independently is so I can come back and snap the wire ties, and I have a little gate that I can open up. So I can just pull this whole thing back, open it up, and I got access to the front of it. And what I'm gonna do is, oh, sorry, get that blub out the picture. I'll just snap these along here. And I've been at this for about an hour, y'all. And I am almost done. I'm gonna snap this wire tie here so I can show you what I'm talking about. But I can just pull this open, shut it, wire tie it back, and it's right back where I need it to be. Twigs in there, branches down at the bottom. I'll start dumping my leaves in and wetting them down as I go. All right. Okay, family, 3 bags into our leaf mold, which is 4 by 4 by 4 roughly. So right now we're about 3 bags in. Every bag I put in, I'm soaking it down with water. I put a couple of twigs at the bottom, don't know if that was necessary. But just judging by the bags we put in, the bags we have left, I don't know. But I do have a bunch of those contractor bags there. A neighbor gave me a bunch of pine needles that I use to cover up the walkways of my garden. I'll swing you around so you can see that. But what I did was I just laid pine needles along all the walkway. A different neighbor than the one that gave me the leaves, but it's nice to have neighbors. Get along very well with my neighbors, y'all. Treat your neighbors right. I understand some of y'all might not be able to, but if you got neighbors and y'all don't have a problem, treat them right. Try to get along with the people. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up, family. I'll probably bring you back when I finish. I'm gonna do a little research on it. See if I need to cover the sides. I'll put a tarp on the top. But if I need to cover the sides, I'll just wrap it with some landscape fabric. Nothing real heavy. That way, it should still be able to breathe. And we're gonna see if we can get us some leaf mold, family. Any bags I got left over, like I said, I'll put them in these contractor bags, wet them down, punch some holes in them, and probably toss them back in the back of the tree line out the way. And get us a little experiment going to see which way we prefer. If you make leaf mold or you do compost, let me know how you use it, how you make it, and which way you prefer to make it. I appreciate your family. I'll see you soon. Okay, y'all, we are done. We have leaves piled up, ready to make leaf mold. It's been about a week since I first started shooting this video. I shot all of it in one day. I'm out here about a week later to show you the results. It's actually settled in maybe about 6 inches, 6 to 10 inches. The top and the outsides are dry, but if you dig down in a little bit, it's still pretty moist. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit it with some water. Wet it down real good. And I might try to throw another bag on top, man. If you stayed with me this long, I appreciate you. And I apologize for the noise rubbing up against the microphone and the wind. Thank y'all for putting up with me for that. It's been about 4 weeks since I started first filming. As you can see, I got some bags of leaves here that I poked holes in. I found it was easier to fill the bags with the leaves, poke holes, set them where I wanted to set them, and then fill them with water or wet the leaves. The leaves in my bin that I made, got a little sun glare, y'all, bear with me, have settled in. I'm sure some of that was lost to wind. Been some windy days around here these last 4 weeks. So I'm sure I lost a lot of that to wind. But I'll keep you guys updated. Please like and subscribe. Follow the channel. Share if you feel so inclined. I appreciate your family, and I'll holler.